Okay, yeah, welcome back. So
Thank you.
that counts is supposed to be counts. This count A, because it's not numeric, that's why it didn't work.
Okay, it's alphanumeric.
Thank you. It's alphanumeric. This field, customer ID is alphanumeric. Okay, so you have to use the count A option. So you can see
Okay,
it's giving 100, 100, right? So let's count
yes.
the products. Let's do a count of the products. Here, let's say equals count of whatever field you want to click there. See, this is just 15.
Okay. So the entire table is 15 rows.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see the other one. This one is customers equals count of that. Let's call this one 3. So it's 50. Okay. So you can see why, because one customer may buy multiple products,
Okay.
multiple items within a month or within a week or even a day. Okay. Yeah. So I was saying that this this is this kind of table is called a data table. These ones are called a lookup table. These are kind of static, sort of. But this one keeps growing.
Um,
These are relatively fixed. Although customers grows as well as you get more customers, but sales grows more rapidly. Okay. Okay, so now we have established a relationship between the tables. So this is our data model now. Data model constitutes is actually the data sets and the relationship between them. Okay. Now let's go and do something that will show you, that will demonstrate the importance of this relationship. Now let's go to the sales table. Let's say on the sales table here, we just, apart from the quantity, you want to know something else. Maybe you want to know the amount. The amount, right? Even before the amount, let's say, for instance, we want to pick the price. You know, the price of these items are somewhere else in the product table, right?
yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, suppose I want us to pick it, I want to be able to see it here. What do we do? Let's say price. Which means here it will pick the price of this product 15. Here it's going to pick the price of product 1. These are product IDs. Okay. Because we have defined a relationship, that will be possible. I can simply say equals, assuming I say equals, click on products, click on price, enter. to give error, right? I deliberately
Yes.
did that to demonstrate something. You see, it's giving error. Okay, let's do it differently. I'm going to say equals related. Now I'm taking advantage of the relationship already created. Click on products, click on price, close the brackets. Okay, so you see it has gotten the prices here. So here I can now get the amounts. Okay, I double click the heading here. I want to call this amount, this column. I want to call it amount. Then click within the column, or you can even do that problem. Equals this quantity times price. Okay, so that gives us the quantity. Okay, is this clear?
Yes. So all those prices on the prices column, they are unit price.
Yes, yes. These are unit
Okay.
price. These are unit price. And you can see it picks the correct prices for each product. I hope you know that.
Yes.
It's picking the right price for each product. Okay, for you to understand what I'm saying, let's create another column. I just right-clicked and clicked Insert Column. I want to create another column here now, right? I want to, all this I'm doing, they are really not necessary for me to be. It's just for demonstration purpose, okay? So you can see that actually there's a relationship. Now, let's call this the products, the item being um, that is purchased, is sold, okay? And now this will be equals related. Go to the product ID. Do we say brand or type? Let's say type.
Touch. Okay, type.
Okay. So you see, so this item now is touch. This item. This one is another touch. Okay, but there are different brands. So okay, these are different
Yeah.
items purchased. He's able to get the particular item because that relationship has been established. So here we can get the aggregates. We want to get the total, the sum of all these amounts. You can do that. You just click there. You can. There are different ways you can do that. A simple approach is just click there. Just simply click auto sum. It will compute it for you. Um, Sum of amounts. Call it total amount. Okay, of course, you need to expand this to see it properly if you want to see it. Okay, let's also get the average. This time around, we are going to pull down the list. Click on average, average of amounts Let me simply call it average amount. Okay, that's the average. All right, so I hope all that is clear. Hmm? Then from
Yes.
here, we can now use this to create. Now, like I said before, this is not all these are done. They are not all absolutely necessary. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm doing this. All these just for you to see that they are related. Okay. But from
Okay.
here, we can create a pivot table. Okay. You just come to design. Sorry. Yes. No. From here, you can see under the home tab, you can see pivot table, you can see pivot charts, right? So let's click on pivot table. That brings us to the pivot table, and then you can go ahead and create your pivot table. Okay. Uh, I want to use a new workbook, new worksheet, sorry.
It's
Now you
not
can see
showing.
that the pivot table gives you access to the three data sets at the same time.
It's not showing. It's not showing. Please.
Okay, it's not showing. Okay. I have to switch to the Excel. Okay. This is the pivot table it created. Okay. It
Yes.
gives you access to the three data sets at the same time. Okay. So let's say, for instance, so you can actually get things from the three data sets. And because they are related, there will be no problem. The summary you create will be very consistent. So let's say I want to get the product brand or type from here. Okay. Brand, no.
No, you remember in that one, you selected, you made a filter.
I made a filter of what?
No, there's this particular one. This particular one where we have touch, non-touch, and touch.
Yes.
I remember we made a filter on that under the sales
Yes, yes,
environment.
yes. We can do that.
I
Yes.
say,
Yes.
I say, hope that is not why it's showing like this. So
Yeah, yeah. If you do it like this, it will show like this, of course. But if you don't want it to be like that, you could use brands as filter. Okay. Could use brand as filter. You'll see how that works shortly. Now you see we are getting all this from products, and then we can come to sales. Let's say we want to get amount sold. That goes under value, of course. Amount sold. What did I choose here? Is it type? No, no,
mm,
it's not type I want. I want, okay. I want this touch to be, no. I want this type under columns. Then I want operating system under filters. Yeah. Okay. So Yeah, this is comprehensive. So then the amount, of course, is what we want. Okay. All right. So you see that now we have created our pivot table. Of course, from here, if you like, you can create your pivot chart. Can create a pivot chart. Go to analyze pivot charts. You can create a pivot chart from this. Create a pivot chart of your choice there. Okay. Yeah. So there's one more thing I want us to do. Now let's create what is called a let's go back to the pivot charts ribbon. Click on Power Pivot ribbon. Now we are going to create what is called a KPI. A KPI. KPIs work based on calculated fields. We have some calculated fields already. Okay.
Yes.
We had the counts, we had the total amount, we had average amount. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So now we are going to use this as a basis. So let's use this is total now. We are using here. Okay. So let's use this total amount. We're going to use it to create what we call KPI. That's Key Performance Index. Okay. Now, let's say there's a target we are setting for each of these items. Let's say we are setting a target of, what's the highest thing here now? This is 12,000. Okay, let's assume that the target is just 12,000 or 10,000. Let's use 12,000 as our target, so that anything much lower than that will be indicated as accordingly. Okay? All right, so now we are going to create a key performance index, KPI. Click on KPI. I want to create a KPI. Click new KPI. It shows up like this. Then you pull down this and choose total amount. That's what we want to use for calculating our KPI. Okay. Now, if you do that, and this is based on percentages now. Let's use absolute value. If you do that and click this absolute value, let's say I said we are setting a target to be 12,000. 12,000. So it adjusts these values accordingly. And if you click on OK, then it has created the KPIs for you. So now, let's go to this KPI was based on what? Sales. It was based on
Well, you said
amount.
it has created the KPI. Where is the indication of the KPI? I can't see
That's what
it yet.
that's what we want to look at now.
Okay.
So if you look here, now, let's go to, now we want to add the KPI here, KPIs here, right? As a column.
Okay.
So you click on the pivot table, you come to the right here, okay? Where you have the pivot fields. Then you come down. You see, the KPI was based on total amount, isn't it?
Yes.
So you expand your sales here. It's based on sales, total amount, which is in the sales table, which is based on the sales table. So you expand sales. You come down to look for, you see, this is where the KPI is, total amount. Okay. You expand it, and then you click on status.
Okay.
Click on status. Right? Now, this is looking a little bit complex. Let me remove something to make it so that it will be simpler. Let me remove type. Yeah, so it should be simpler, right? So the table is more simpler now, looks more straightforward now. Okay. Let's centralize this to make it look nicer. So these are the KPIs. So what this is telling you is that based on the KPI we created, this the sales for this Amazon, this whatever, is high, satisfactory. This
Okay.
one is high, it's very good. Okay. These red ones are kind of, no, sorry, the yellow ones are kind of intermediary, like average. Okay. So it's like average. These yellow ones, the red ones are low, poor. Do you understand?
Yes.
These are medium performance. This yellow, it's medium
Mm.
performance. This red one is below average performance, poor performance. Don't forget, we say our target is 12,000. So
Yes.
compare 2,000 with 12,000. It's a far cry from 12,000. That's why it's showing as red.
Yes.
But look at 11,000, it's close to our target. So it's green.
Yes. Okay.
The yellow ones, 7,000 something. That's an intermediary kind of performance, right? If you look at all
Yes.
the reds, they are down 4,000, 2,000, 3,000. For the yellows, you can see 7,000, 5,000, 4,900. That's around intermediary performance. So these are key performance indices, KPIs. Okay. Yeah.
So under this KPI environment, I can see different colors.
Yes.
And I remember we were selecting the colors the other time, and but under where you choose absolute uh, value of 12,000,
Mm.
we also does it give allowance of manipulating it that okay, oh, if we have something close to if we have 5,000 6,000, you can also select, make it green instead
Yes.
of.
Yes. Yes. It has provision for that. Let's go on.
Okay.
I'm back to the KPI. You know how I got there? PowerPivot ribbon.
Yes,
Okay.
KPIs.
Come to KPI, then manage KPIs. So this is the KPI,
Okay.
this total amount.
Okay.
Click edit. So you do that by simply adjusting this.
Okay. Okay. That is it.
Yes, you adjust this. For example,
Uh,
you can click, you can uh, you can adjust it. You can even type a value inside there
Okay.
or just drag. So let's say I want the cutoff
Okay.
for the red to be 4,000. That's it.
Okay.
I want
Okay.
this one
Okay.
to be 9,000. 9,000 above should be green.
Okay. I see.
I can do that, yes.
Select okay. 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 The other one is the icon style.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. That's the icon style. So you can also,
Mm.
instead of
Can
these
you let's go to
round ones,
let's uh,
you can do this, for example, if I choose this, if you use that style, okay, it hasn't picked it now. Let's go and just
mm,
a minute and go there, remove it, put it back. Somehow it hasn't picked it. Just a minute, let's see.
uh-huh. I want the red to be showing bad instead of that red, so that the green can be showing good.
Yeah.
You need to refresh.
Yes, we need to refresh. No worry. It will show. Mm.
Mm.
I'll not be able to keep pick it. You can remove it and put it back. Let's just remove it first of all. I'm able to pick it. After refresh, it's supposed to, but if it doesn't, of course, you can go and delete it and redo it. It will definitely show up.
It's okay.
Mm.
It's okay. I think I've got the message. So let's progress.
So refresh ought to handle it. When something is proving stubborn like this, you can just go and drop the KPI, do it again. It should work then. Okay, so that is how you create your KPIs. There's no reason why this thing shouldn't. 1 minute. Are you still seeing
It seems as if it has frozen.
it? Yeah. It was having I think that's why it wasn't even refreshing just now. Let me load the Excel again. So the thing is sort of it's freezing. It's Are you seeing the screen now?
I'm showing blank, frozen blank. Okay, yeah, it's up
I
now.
see it now.
Yes.
You can see it now. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I said in a situation like this, you refresh, it refuses to refresh. And if you want it to look different, you can go and delete the KPI and recreate it, then add it. Hope that's clear.
Yes.
Just recreate it, and that's all. Okay. So any questions?
I think it's clear. It's clear.
Let me create another KPI. Let's say this KPI is based on I don't know what is the quantity. Let me look at let's go to the table, the pivot
Table.
PowerPivot, the data set.
Yeah.
Okay. How do we get to the data set? Just click on PowerPivot, click on manage. Okay, so these are the quantities we have here. Okay. So I want to create a KPI based on quantity now. Let's create a KPI based on quantity, new KPI. Counts. I think that was count one that we used for quantity. Okay. And then if you just, okay, let me use this one now. If you use a value of 3, for example, because I saw that the maximum value I saw there was 3.
Okay.
It was 3. So you see it has computed 2.4, 1.2. Okay, as
Sure.
let me change this to 1 and this cutoff to 2. No, 2. Counts. Okay, let me say 2. Is anyone? No one is less than 1.
I didn't see. I didn't see those. I didn't see those values.
I don't think anything is less than 1. Let's use 4, for example. And let's do this as 3. And then 2. Okay. So if we come to sales, see the count is now there.
Everything is green.
Yeah, it's not picking. This thing is malfunctioning. It's not picking the. It's just
The
using the.
values.
It's just using the defaults. Just using the defaults.
You need to check. You need to.
Even though here is getting it, you see it.
Yes.
Just picking the defaults.
The
So don't,
values. Those under the sum of amount is not picking those values.
Under what?
I say it's not picking the values.
Which values?
The corresponding value. Okay, if you look at
Okay,
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 from what
okay,
I saw.
okay, okay. You know what we are going to do? You know what we are going to do?
Mm.
They are all showing green. Okay, I get your points. What we are going to do? Let's see. I want us to do something here. Let's click value here. That's what will show us. Oh, 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 oh. You see, the values are a lot more than what we.
Oh,
The values are a lot more. So we are going to
okay,
set a
okay, okay.
target of like 10.
Okay, okay. We need to redefine it.
So we have to set a value of like 10. If I come to edit, let me set a target of 10. Is the icon I was even talking about? It's not picking the icon.
Yes.
It has been done
Okay.
correctly. You can see it's showing here. These icons are showing here,
Mm.
but it's malfunction. It's not getting the icon.
Don't you? I think okay. What I was
Okay.
thinking is the relative value that is the icon is reflecting the relative value is saying. So let's see this one now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. You can see it's showing here now. If you choose
Mhm.
this one now, you can see the icon is showing.
Yes. Anything
Okay.
below 4 will be showing red. From
Yes.
4
Yes.
to 7 to be
So it's not
showing
just the color I'm
yellow.
talking about. I'm talking about the design of the icon.
Okay. Which
Uh,
is taking good.
it's not coming out, so don't worry
Okay,
about
it's
it.
not
I will
coming
check.
out. That's true.
I think
That's
there's
true.
something wrong with the system. I will check that out. But this is the
That's
position
true.
you can see it's showing here. But don't
Yes.
bother about that. At least it's showing the colors,
Mm-hmm.
indicates, so it's okay now.
Yeah.
It's now indicating the. So if you're having issues like that, just bring out the value. So that will guide you.
Mm.
Okay. So let me remove the value again. So I don't need those values. This is the goal we set, 10. All right, so this is how this is done. This is how we work on it. This is how to use PowerPivot for modeling data, for creating pivot tables and all that, pivot charts, you know. All this we're creating from pivots, Power Pivots.